Today, cities build the foundation of the world economy and society as a whole. But where did it all begin, you ask? A history of the whole world must begin with Jericho, one of the oldest active cities. It's a perfect example of the Neolithic age starting around 10,000 BCE when hunter-gatherers began the gradual, but unstoppable shift towards agriculture, or farming. Of course, there wasn't a singular moment when the change happened, but as a city with fortifications and permanent settlement, Jericho points to the earliest beginnings of civilization as it is defined today. Although it was based in the Levant, civilization also started independently across the Old World. In Asia, Mehrgar was one of its earliest permanent settlements, specifically in the Indus River Valley. Though less elaborate than Jericho, it still marked a foundational step in the creation of modern, post-Stone Age societies. So next time you're in LA or New York City, remember where it all began. History truly begins with the written word. Before the modern alphabet, humans used symbols and drawings to write things down. For example, hieroglyphs, oracle bones, and cuneiform built up a writing foundation so I could write this script. Sumerians, Egyptians, and ancient Chinese weren't connected, but they all developed their unique way to write down thoughts. Clay tablets, papyrus, and even bone were their vessels. Going back to the first episode, Jericho and Mehrgar were the foundations of civilization. However, they didn't have writing that led the way to kingdoms and empires. So next time you're at a high school essay or a job resume, remember where it all began. Writing may have built civilization, but weapons built war. As long as cities like Jericho and Mehrgar have been around, spears, daggers, and swords have led to territorial expansion. Writing helped develop kingdoms and empires. However, weapons gave power to the ancient world. Bows and arrows allowed long-range combat. Antiquity moved up another rung of the war tech ladder by using bronze to make swords and chariots. The Greeks and Romans further developed war strategies. Greek fire could even burn underwater, while the Romans stole and improved technology like Carthaginian ships. These ancient improvements to warfare built the foundation for modern war that is still used today. In a few short years, civilization suddenly collapsed. Cuneiform disappeared. Cities were burned. Chariots vanished. Most of the great civilizations were destroyed. Only the Egyptians remained. How could the ancient world be wiped out so quickly? There are a few theories. One force, the Sea People, loomed on the horizon, ferocious enough to wipe out entire kingdoms and empires. Famine and drought caused hunger and threatened strife. Due to the complexity of the ancient world, once a single kingdom fell, the rest cascaded down like a long line of dominoes. But what do you think happened? Leave your answer in the comments below. After civilization collapsed, it re-emerged, forged in iron. The Bronze dynasties crumbled while the Iron ones dominated. Weapons were reforged, armor reinforced, and iron fast-tracked human tech by centuries. While Babylon and Assyria ruled Mesopotamia, Egypt fractured into different dynasties, and the Greek world collapsed into dozens of tiny city-states. Athenian democracy and Spartan discipline reshaped the Mediterranean, ushering in a new age of classical antiquity with an uncertain future. Thanks so much for 100 subs, and here's to 200.